All right, this is a doozy. Did you hear about this? There's an evangelical university in the great state of Illinois called Wheaten College. When the Obama administration unveiled the new insurance regulation that requires health insurance plans to cover birth control, Wheaten College said it was outraged at the idea of having to include emergency contraception in the college's health plans. They said as a college, they believe emergency contraception is morally wrong. They said being forced to include it in their health plans would be a violation of their freedom. It would trample on their rights. And so the first step for Wheaten College, before trying to sue the pants off the Obama administration for this whole birth control travesty being thrust upon the school, the first step was to apply for a one-year exemption to the new birth control rule. Remember, the Obama administration was offering an exemption from that requirement to any religiously affiliated institution who objected to the requirement on religious grounds. So Wheaten went to apply for that exception. But when they went to apply for that exemption, this thing that they vigorously and piously opposed, right? Because covering emergency contraception was so offensive to them. When Wheaten went to apply for an exemption from that policy, they found that they had a problem. Their problem, it turns out, is that the health plans at Wheaten College already covered emergency contraception. The thing that they couldn't possibly be expected to do, the thing they were going to fight, the thing that they claimed violated their religious freedom, was something they were already doing of their own accord. The Huffington Post reporting this out, confirming with the spokesman for the school, which we also confirmed today, that despite trying to appear morally outraged, Wheaten was already voluntarily complying with the emergency contraception coverage requirement when the new rule was announced, which made their objection to that new rule, the one they already complied with, rather difficult to sell. So what do you do when you get caught out in something like this? Do you give up? Do you admit the fact that you'd already been offering birth control in the health plans, and that means, by definition, a rule requiring you to offer birth control in your health plan doesn't exactly trample on your rights and destroy America? No, of course you don't admit that. Wheaten College instead scrambled to get rid of their emergency birth control coverage as quickly as they could, so that then they could claim that if they covered emergency birth control, that would trample their rights and destroy America. So Wheaten College, having just scrambled to get rid of that birth control coverage, is now asking a federal judge for an emergency ruling exempting them from the birth control coverage they used to provide, saying, quote, Wheaten otherwise faces the imminent prospect of irreparable harm to its religious freedom, its integrity, and its employees' well-being. Which, of course, were all fine when the college was happily providing birth control coverage. But now they're all threatened because... Did I mention how irreparable the harm is here? ObamaCare, boogeyman. Genius.